Hey, welcome back to the Shine podcast. Today we dive into the issues that really matter to young people: democracy, participation, equality, justice, and more. And today we're talking about something that is always around us, whether we think about it or not: the media. Social media, news apps, YouTube, podcasts, it's all media. But how does it shape the way we see the world, and what role does it play in democracy?
Hey, this topic is close to my heart because the media isn't just information, it's influence. And we need to understand how it works if we want to shape the future.
Exactly. So let's unpack how the media works, what impact it has on democracy, and what role young people can play. Imagine the media as a mirror. A good one reflects reality, clear, honest, full of detail. But what if that mirror is cracked or someone is holding it at an angle that only shows part of the truth?
That's why independent media is so important. Journalists aren't just people with cameras and microphones, they're investigators, fact checkers, and storytellers who uncover what's hidden and brings it into the light.
All around the world, investigative journalism has exposed major scandals: corruption, abuse of power, environmental destruction, you name it. These investigations often lead to real change, resignations, new laws, even international court trials. One of the biggest examples is the Panama Papers. That was a global investigation where journalists from different countries worked together to expose how politicians, business people, and celebrities were hiding their wealth in secret offshore accounts. Without the media digging into those leaked documents, the world would have remained in dark about how money and power are used behind closed doors.
And on a local level, journalism matters too. Take the example of the unsafe bridge in a rural Albanian town. When local media reported on it, public pressure mounted and authorities had to step in. That's media triggering accountability.
It's also vital during elections. Voters count on journalists to explain party programs, look into candidates' pasts, and check whether their promises actually make sense.
But all of this only works if the media is free. When governments, corporations, or political groups control media outlets, we lose that honest reflection. News becomes propaganda, or worse, silence.
That's why media pluralism is essential. We need multiple independent voices. A healthy media landscape includes different perspectives, preventing any single group from controlling the story.
And when that diversity disappears, we end up in echo chambers. Those digital spaces where we only hear opinions that match our own, and filter bubbles where algorithms feed us more of the same base than our past clicks. Both make it harder to see the full picture or understand other people's realities.
There's another layer too: the risk journalists take. Even in democratic countries, reporters are harassed, threatened, or imprisoned for doing their job. According to Reporters Without Borders, press freedom is under pressure even within the EU.
And when journalists silence, so are citizens. Defending a free press means defending our right to know what exactly is happening. Without that, democracy becomes guesswork.
Because informed citizens are the backbone of a healthy democracy, and the media helps us become informed by explaining policies, connecting local and global events, and teaching us to think critically.
It's not just a megaphone, it's a classroom, a public stage, and a watchdog. And it's also a space of dialogue. We can debate ideas, share views, and even respectfully disagree, all of which are signs of thriving democracy.
And when power steps out of line, the media barks. It investigates government budgets, corporate practices, public decisions, and when something is off, it tells the world.
And that can lead to an action. A strong story can spark protests, fundraising campaigns, petitions, or even new laws. When injustice is exposed, it's hard to look away.
So when the media works, democracy works. But when the media is silenced or distorted, democracy suffers. Let's talk about citizen journalism. What is it and why does it matter?
Citizen journalism is when regular people, non-professionals, use technology like smartphones and social media to report what's happening around them. It fills the gaps when traditional media isn't there.
Do you have a case where this really stood out?
Yes, there are several. In one example, a neighborhood in Tirana faced serious flooding because local authorities ignored warnings about blocked riverbeds. After the flood, residents filmed what happened, shared it online, and sent it to media outlets. That pushed the issue into the national spotlight, and the authorities finally responded.
So everyday people armed with phones made the difference.
Exactly. And it didn't just happen once. In the years after that, the same community used videos and live streams to document more floods, landslides, and broken infrastructure. Each time, they brought visibility to issues that were being ignored.
It's a powerful reminder that citizens aren't just passive consumers of media, they can be creators too.
And when citizen journalism is done ethically, it becomes a form of civil engagement, real, raw, and impactful.
Now let's flip the conversation. What happens when people are left out of the media narrative?
When voices are missing, it sends a silent message about whose experiences matter and whose don't. Roma youth, LGBTQ plus individuals, people with disabilities, women from rural areas, they're often underrepresented or only shown in negative ways.
And that shapes public opinion. When a group is only shown through the lens of poverty or crime, people start to believe that narrative.
Worse, it shapes how people see themselves. If you've never seen someone like you, leading or thriving, you may start to believe that you can't.
Inclusive media isn't just about fairness, it's about visibility, dignity, and belonging.
The media doesn't just reflect reality, it maps it. And if you're not on the map, you start to question if you even have a place in that history.
So, what should young people take away from this conversation?
That they have a voice, and that voice matters. You don't need to be a professional journalist to make difference. Share your experience, speak out, question the media, and support honest reporting.
Be curious, think beyond the headline, and look out for the voices that aren't being heard.
And remember, Europe is investing in a media literacy and democracy too. There's the European Democracy Action Plan, which defends free election and press freedom. Then there's DIGCOMP, a digital skill framework that helps people think critically and spot fake news. And LifeComp, which teaches key life skills like empathy, reflection, and civil engagement.
So, whether you're posting, sharing, or creating, know that your actions help shape the media, and the media help shape our democracy.
We all have a part to play in making sure it's inclusive, accurate, and fair.
It's been inspiring, and thank you to everyone listening. This has been the Shine Podcast. In our next episode, we'll explore social and cultural diversity. Until then, stay curious, stay active, and keep shining.